All right, guys, this is exciting. I've got an MRE from 2020, an MRE from 1990, and a big shout out to Steve from Military Surplus Carbine Collector. He sent me these, and the funny story, backstory to this, he got them from a guy who serviced airplanes that were going back and forth during Desert Storm in Iraq. And he would clean out the aircraft, and he came across a whole bunch of military meals that the guys had left. So big shout out to Steve. I'll put in a link below to his channel. Let's get these open and see what they look like. All right, here we go. We've got cherry beverage powder. That's cool. The old crackers, indeed. Our chicken and rice. So let's see here. This says 1, so I'm guessing that's actually 91, 32nd day of 1991. So that is interesting. We have our packet, our accessory packet. We'll open that up in a minute. What do we have here? Oh, chocolate covered fudge bar.
Wow.
That's a little chocolatey. Cheese spread. Now that's interesting, cheese spread. The ones we've had lately are the long packages, long skinny. This is a little more rectangle shape. And a spoon. And, oh, M&Ms, check it out. M&Ms, wow. All right.
That's an old package.
Yeah.
Wow, like the lettering and stuff, that's cool.
Okay. All right, here we go. We've got chocolate hazelnut cocoa in its own handy dandy drinking pouch. Ooh, cheddar cheese pretzels, our accessory pack. First Strike nutritious energy bar, cran raspberry. Filled French toast. That'll be interesting. Oh, and our freeze-dried chicken and rice. That's kind of cool. There we go, Mountain House.
Mountain House is usually good.
Yes, and finally a nice spoon. Spoons are pretty much identical. All right. So for our old accessory pack, it's accessory pack A. They had several different styles. Our matches, we'll try those in a minute. Taster's Choice. Isn't that guy enjoying that Taster's Choice? Just look at him. We have sugar, still soft. A wet nap. They did not have those when I was in. That's interesting. Salt. Toilet paper / napkins. Ooh, non-dairy creamer in quite a special little package there. And our gum. That's packet A. Let's just make sure our matches work fine. Wow, there you go. 33-year-old matches, no sweat. And now our new accessory package. Moist towelette. We're going to presume that'll be good because it's only a few years old. Gum. Bill's Brew. Toilet paper / napkins. Creamer. Matches. Sugar. And Tabasco sauce. Did not come with Tabasco sauce back in 90. They didn't come with Tabasco sauce when I was in either. All right. Worked just fine. Excellent. Let's open up our old dessert, our fudge brownie. What was this called again? Cookie bar chocolate covered. So chocolate covered cookie bar. It looks...
Is there a strange smell in the air?
I do smell something like that.
I smell like a match burning.
No, that must just be something else.
So it's not the cookie bar?
No. No, it smells like candy, kind of.
It's like as soon as you opened it, I smelled something.
Yeah, I did too. I thought maybe I'd caught something on fire in the trash.
That was weird.
So we have our cookie bar, and let's take a look. Our First Strike nutritious energy bar. So we've added nutritious to the bar, which I'm assuming this is going to be like our dessert. There we go. Oh, much more appetizing looking. There we go. At least it's not soft and pliable like taffy. Well, that'll tear my teeth up, let me tell you. And we have our crackers, 30 years old.
90s crackers versus
Yes.
2020 crackers.
Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, these have wow, they look like Keebler's. Look at that little stamp. You know, I don't usually see crackers with the little perforations in little holes in them like that. They're usually way more separated. That's interesting. That's a different looking cracker from the ones that I'm used to seeing. That'll be interesting to try those. And for our bread with the new MRE, we have pretzels with cheese. There we go. They look decent, but not to be outdone, we have cheese spread for our crackers in the old one. So we will knead that up good and get some cheese spread out onto our tray here. There we go, here we are, a little bit of cheese spread. Oh yeah. Boy, it's sharp, man.
I smell a little something in the air.
You can definitely smell that cheese spread. Wow, powerful stuff. There we go. All right. And what do we have? What's the other? Oh, and on this side, we have our French filled toast. And it is shelf stable. So here we go.
What does that mean?
It smells like cinnamon. Oh, it looks delicious. Check that out.
My mouth is watering. They need to include a little bottle of syrup.
That would be so cool. Instead of Tabasco, we needed syrup on this one, for sure.
That definitely looks like French toast.
And for our dessert on the old menu, well, let's see, we've got dessert. We have dessert, and this would be our comparative dessert.
They kind of give you 2 desserts for each one.
Let's see, we'll move our accessories off, put those over here, and put our M&Ms out on the tray. Held their color. I would say they're a little muted compared to how they are today, or maybe that's just old age. I don't know.
Where are the blue ones?
They didn't do blue ones. That's a new ad. Yeah, that's a recent thing. So,
okay.
All right, now, interesting thing about this too, with neither one of these MREs did we get a heater. There were no heaters with this. So we'll probably, I mean, obviously this I have to add water, and it says it should be hot water. This one, we're gonna need to get some water boiling or something, and I'll heat that up on the side, and we'll get those out here in a minute. So we have our cherry beverage powder and our chocolate nut cocoa beverage, hazelnut. Let's open them up and compare. We'll do our older one first, Age Before Beauty. And we've got our powder, that looks good. It is 30 plus years old, but it looks decent. And then you're supposed to be able to use this, but we're not. We're gonna go ahead and open it and put it in the clear cup so we can see it. And take a look at what we've got here. Hazelnut chocolate beverage powder. There we go. So we have a coffee and a coffee. Let's compare coffees as well. Okay, so we have our hot water. We're going to add our Taster's Choice to the USS Iwo Jima cup first. Oh, it's still in crystals. That kind of surprises me. We've had some that are just really fine powder. And then our Bill's Brew, new, into our USS El Paso. Those are definitely crystals. Seemed like there were more crystals in the other one.
Mm-hmm.
That's you felt the same way.
Yeah, like now, more poured out.
Yeah, yeah, those are bigger, I think, but there was more there. So, okay, so we'll let those soak. Let's add our water. Interesting here, the cocoa is a 1/4 cup. The hazelnut cocoa stuff is a 1/4 cup of canteen water, but the cherry is a 1/2 cup. So we'll go with our 1/4 cup. Gosh, I need to clean those things out before. It's pretty good. It'll be all right. So 1/4 cup with the chocolate. It's going to be about there. Well, that's 1/4 of my cup, so there's that. And 1/2 cup for the cherry. And while those are soaking, let's get our main dishes heated up. We've got our meals open here, both chicken and rice. Check out the freeze-dried one. This is kind of cool again to see. It's just powdery. You've got a little bit of, I don't know, looks like vegetables, maybe carrots. I don't know if that's chicken or bread, definitely some rice. And yeah, we'll get it all put back in there. It takes 3/4 of a canteen cup of hot water, and then we'll soak this one in the hot water pot itself. All right, here goes 3/4 of a cup of hot water. Set that aside. I want to make sure I stir it up good. Yeah.
You've learned from times past, stirring is important.
Yeah, a little bit. Make sure, and I did crunch it up good too, so that'll help. There we go. And seal it off. Set her down. And then with the pouch, that's all soft already. We're just going to put her right down there into the hot water and just kind of cram it down in there. Watch yourself. I don't want you to get burned, but that should heat it up good over the next few minutes. All right. Well, let's say a quick prayer and get started on our meal. Father in heaven, I appreciate so much this time to share with the folks out there. I thank you for this food you provide for me. I ask you to bless it to my body. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Well, let me think here. Set that to the side. Keep some water in case we need to cleanse the palate. I think we start with the old dessert first, right? We got to do dessert first. So Ace, if you want to jump in there with me, I'm going to try. Now that's interesting. Check out the light brown candy there. So I've got one of each. I like that. Still crunchy.
Oh, those are fine.
Still candy coated. Yeah, those are actually good.
30-year-old M&Ms are just fine.
They sure are. Wow. The interesting thing to me, number one, they're crunchy. The chocolate is still chocolatey, but the candy coating is still a candy coating. Am I mistaken, or are the modern MREs a little big, or modern M&Ms a little bigger than this? It seems like they might be just a little bit.
They've made them a little bigger, and they've added the other colors. They've made the colors like more vibrant or something.
Right, and they might be muted because of the age, but I think these are just a titch smaller than the modern day M&Ms. Okay, so we have our cranberry mixed fruit toffee bar, really is what it is. It's got some granola kind of stuff in it, and cranberries and raspberries. It smells good. It actually smells like raspberry jam. So, you know, I'm going to get that chocolate out of my mouth good. There we go. All right, here we are. So, first of all, for me, I'm old. My teeth aren't in really great shape. And I'm a little, anything kind of taffy or toffee stuff, that concerns my teeth. I'm always worried about pulling out a filling or something like that, but this is dissolving pretty good. The taste is really good. There's like a Rice Krispie, granola, something kind of like that in there. All the way around, it's melting down. The fruit is melting away, and it's leaving that Rice Krispie paste stuff there. That's a good that's a good dessert. I like that. That's, or energy bar, whatever you call it. It has some kind of caffeine stuff in it as well to give you a little energy. We're gonna that deserves a little bit of Bill's Brew with it to kind of offset the sweet. Let's try the Bill's Brew. Bill's Brew.
Now, which coffee tastes better? I want to know that.
Yeah, we got to switch over. Don't want to have cheese contaminating the coffee. All right. And in case you're new to the channel, Asa got this Iwo Jima cup. That's from when I served time on the USS Iwo Jima when I was in Beirut. Then I was on a NATO float to Norway, and I served on the USS El Paso, and that actually came off the USS El Paso. I bought it when I was on ship. So
I'm going to try this one, if you don't mind, because I'm curious about the coffee.
Cheers.
Cheers. Which one do you like better?
I think I like both. I like some elements about both. This here, I think I added a little too much water, actually. It's not as robust, but it's got the coffee taste, a little bit of acidity. I'm going to do it like this, and then Taster's Choice isn't bad.
I actually like Taster's Choice better.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But you know what we need to do? we need to take our old creamer.
I would say for me, it's an easy decision. Actually, I
Really?
like Taster's Choice better, way better than Bill's Brew.
I wonder, because I did add more water. I wonder if that has something
Maybe
to do
just
with
more
it.
of a medium roast than, or just a
Right.
mild roast or something. I'm not sure.
Get some creamer going here, and creamer going here. There we go. It seems like there might have been just a little more creamer in that one. And then we got to have sugar. Might as well make this a whole-on dessert drink, right? Here's our new sugar. And make sure you don't grab the salt. Here's our older sugar, Domino. All right, out of New York. I don't think they raised it there, but they packaged it there, no doubt. There we go. All right, now. Then we'll have to try them again and see if that makes a difference one way or the other. I'm going to try the old one first. Okay. I like the Taster's Choice
me
better.
too.
Interesting. We like the 30-plus-year-old coffee better. And I like Bill's Brew.
Yeah.
So there you go. Okay, now we'll move on to our, I guess we kind of had like two desserts here in a way. M&M's in the bar, and then we have our chocolate bar and our what is that called again?
A filled French toast.
Filled French toast. Obviously, I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't see that. Okay, here we go. Interesting to see what's on the inside. Is that a graham cracker? Yes, it's some kind of little, looks like a graham cracker kind of a thing. Can't tell. It just smells candy-y.
That seems really hard.
That's interesting. It's not graham cracker. I thought it was going to be a graham cracker. It's more like just like a sugar cookie or something. It's not shabby. It just tastes sweet. I would say it's a fun crunch. The chocolate isn't particularly chocolatey. The cookie is like a little bit harder sugar cookie. It's not bad. It would be a nice, fun, sweet thing to have. Cleanse the old palate. Move over to our French toast.
I do want to try the this
All right, take a chunk of that off. I'm gonna take a little bit off there. Now this is new. They both have their pluses. This is kind of fun because it's soft, but it's real bready and not terribly flavorful.
It's weak. It's like it needs more cinnamon, more sugar.
Yeah, it should have a little thing of, instead of giving me Tabasco, give me a little thing of syrup, right? That would make it more French toasty. This, on the other hand, is just very sweet. That comes across. The chocolate doesn't really come across. The cookie comes across. Boy, I like cinnamon, so I like that element, but I just like the sweetness and the cookie of this. I kind of think this is a little bit of a toss-up. Both go well with coffee. Both are decent tasting. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. It's a kind of that part is a toss-up. Interesting.
This one just has like a lot of bread.
Yeah, exactly. With a little bit of flavor. This is like sweet. So, all right, now got to move on to the crackers and cheese and the pretzels and cheese. Get us a little cracker. First, we'll try the cracker. Again, it looks like one of those Keebler. What are those little Keebler ones? Townhouse. Little club cracker. They don't taste like a Townhouse or a club cracker. Taste like 30-year-old crackers. Yeah, I mean, they're okay. They're saltine style. But now we got to try some cheese. First, we'll do. Whew, that is sharp.
Does cheese ever die? Or does it just get sharper and sharper?
I think it just gets sharper and sharper. That's a great question.
Yeah, like how long does cheese last?
Well, I have opened some sea rations that the cheese was molded and not good. This here,
But those are like 40-year-old,
Right,
45-year-old MREs.
exactly. Yeah, sea rats. Yeah,
We're still
and they were
barely
canned.
in the. Oh, and they were
Yeah,
canned.
and they were
okay.
canned,
These
yes.
are barely like. These are still edible.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Like I say, you just have to be ready for a blast of sharp cheddar.
And for some people, they like moldy cheese anyway, so you could say that cheese never dies.
Well, but it could make you sick. So, but this isn't that at that point. Flavor, wow. The crackers are okay, but you throw the cheese on them. Cheese and crackers, I like. I don't usually do sharp cheddar cheese, but it's not a bad taste sensation. Let's move on to our cheese snacks. They're like the combos, the commercial combos, I would say. They've got cheese, they've got pretzels. They smell like cheese and pretzels. No surprise here.
Yeah, which would you rather have?
I'd rather have, and I don't like pretzels typically, but because those are so fresh and the cheese is fresh, that's actually, I think I prefer that. But you know what, we got to do this. See if you can enhance the flavor, because the cheese is a little muted in the pretzels. I taste way more pretzel than cheese. With this, I taste way more cheese than cracker. Let's add the two. Oh yeah, that's the way to eat these. You want a little cheesier? Add 32-year-old cheese. That's the ticket right there. All right, moving on to our drinks. That one's pretty stirred up. That didn't take much to stir it.
That dissolved like completely, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Smells like cherry, like a cherry snow cone. Oh, that was just the right amount of water. Pow, it is like a cherry snow cone. That's good. Good cherry drink, all dissolved. I can't believe it. That's 30 plus years old. That is good. That definitely made the trip, no problem. Let's give this a try. This is our hazelnut drink. Again, it didn't dissolve as readily as the cherry. It's good. It's kind of fun because it's chocolate, but it has that hazelnut to it. So it gives it a little bit of like a malt or a shake kind of a drink thing. Yeah.
Which would you prefer if you were out
cherry
there?
drink.
Yeah.
Because I like the clean, clear.
I would too if I was out there like as a soldier. Like the cherry drink would be way more enjoyable.
Yeah, that is good, and it makes more. You know, you got to add more in the flavor. We did that just right. Excellent. Let's get our main dishes out. Again, we'll start with the old. All right. Let's get the chicken and rice, 30 plus years old, out. It looks a little dry, doesn't it? Mm. Oh, it smells good. Ooh, I'll tell you what, it smells really good. Man, I'm actually looking forward to trying this one. Some of them I have to kind of gird my loins and get ready for. This smells good. I'm looking forward to this one. And now our new freeze-dried Mountain House chicken and rice. Again, these things are there's so much volume there.
That is one nice thing about the newer MRE.
Yeah, but what you have to do then, you've got to realize, at least the way these are presented, you don't have anywhere to keep anything. You don't have anywhere to store something. So if I'm out there in the field, I'm eating my main dish first. And then, this is going to fill me up. This is going to be saved for later. These are going to be saved for snacky things later. That's just so much food. Look at the volume right there compared to the volume here. This doesn't even take up the whole tray. Mm-hmm. This here, you can kind of eat it all and be good. This one, you definitely want to chow down on your heated part first. And again, these are high caloric things, menu items, because they're in an MRE for cold weather. So, well, we're going to try this one first. So there's some of those peppers or carrots. And that doesn't look so good right there. That kind of looks dark.
I would try a small bite.
Yeah, I think I better do that. It smells good, but it does smell good. It tastes like a can of potted chicken. It's real chickeny. I don't taste the rice much. The rice seems to have been reduced. You know, it was billed out as chicken and rice, but you don't see any rice in there. It's just like a mealy porridge kind of it's kind of dissolved or disintegrated in with it. There's still pieces of chicken, but the rice is dissolved into the chicken. So it's more like a mash. It's not bad. Let me do this. Put a little bit of salt on it. Let's try that. The salt helped it. But again, look at the difference. You see no rice here. Look over here. Definitely rice. So the texture of this is mealy.
There's just so much more over here.
And there's so much more. Yes, yes. Okay. Cleanse the palate. Okay, here we go. You see all the components. You see the chicken. You see the rice, the carrots, the peppers. The taste is good. All the elements, of course, because it's brand new, practically, are there. But I want salt, and there's no salt.
Oh.
There's Tabasco. That'll help, but I need salt. The Tabasco sauce is nice and new. There we go. This is going to have to act as our salt, but I have to say, with these freeze-dried cold weather MREs, they don't give you salt, and I might have carried some salt into the field with me. They probably don't want you to get dehydrated because you tend not to drink a lot of water when you're cold because you don't think you're sweating, which you still are, and that may be the thought behind it. But I would like to replenish the salt in my body, and I would like some salt with this. Yeah. In this case, yeah, maybe I should mix it up more. It just seems to take away from the good flavor of the chicken and rice. Yeah, that's one thing I don't care for Tabasco sauce on. I would rather, I'd rather have this plain, even though I would desire salt, than have it with the Tabasco. Interesting. Now we come to the gum. Our older gum, sir.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Really hard.
Wow, that is hard. That's dangerously hard for the old guy like me. It's flavorful. Tastes like spearmint. Yeah, it dissolves well, but the gum is noticeably hard. Definitely hard. Okay. Our new gum, which we know, or we assume, is going to be good for you, sir.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Soft. I mean,
Really
just
soft.
And this is peppermint.
100% peppermint.
Definitely can you can definitely taste a difference.
I like the new
Yeah,
gum
I do
over
too. Yeah, I do too. Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, thank you so much. Be sure to check out his channel in the description below. This is a great comparison. Both meals good, but the new one wins hands down, mainly because of that Mountain House. Good texture, good separate elements. It didn't get all mealed together like that one did. I'm sure that was good in the day, but well, let's get after the next one.